by Wes Littlefield and assisted by Kenneth Netto, Brenda Beckwith, Paul Lassard Jr., and Colby Pomeroy. And now, introducing the home team wearing the burgundy and white uniforms. Make some noise for your Nokomis Warriors! The Warriors are coached by Jake Rogers and assisted by Ryan Robinson, Andrew Haining, and Phil Densmore. The officials for today's game are Troy Hill, Scott Morrill, Tracy Willette, Brandon Carney, and Dick LaCase. The official timer is Chad Leonard. At this time, would you all please rise and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem.
Simon got it queued up. This time we're having technical difficulties. I can't get it quick enough.
Slight technical difficulty.
I gotta see if I can get on the Bluetooth with this. There's our cables up here. I don't know what this thing is called. I'm not connected to this. What do you have to do to connect to that Bluetooth so the next...
So on the back there's a pin, and it's like 8787. And once you do that once, you don't have to do it again.
8787?
Yeah, so we'll connect you sometime, and then you'll never have to worry about typing it in.
Are we on? Okay, we had a few little difficulties with the anthem, but we made it happen finally. So good afternoon and welcome to Nokomis. And I was thinking, I'm not sure we've ever hosted a home playoff football game. So a really exciting day for, we made the big run a few years ago. I think all of our games were away. So pretty exciting for our football team. They closed out the regular season with a home win versus John Babs, which secured the home playoff spot. So the two teams are going to meet at midfield for the coin toss. The Black Raiders of Winslow High School in their white away uniforms. Obviously, Winslow, just a perennial football powerhouse. But they find themselves in the underdog spot today. Nokomis air attack going well. Ground game had been going well, but Isaiah Morin suffered an injury in that John Babs game, and he's still not cleared to play. So that's definitely going to be a loss on the Warrior side of the ball. A nice crowd out today, and of course the Warrior fan base had to split duty today. The field hockey team is at Belfast, and I'm sure they're getting ready for their center pass, their game time at 1 o'clock. We just weren't able to negotiate getting the game times changed so we could maybe get everybody at both games, but nice crisp day. You know, we know, too, a lot of what a great tradition so many families have with hunting camps and opening up hunting season. I know as sunlight cracked through the windows, it wasn't long before I started hearing the pop, pop, pop. I do live in a wooded area where there's hunting areas, you know, legal hunting areas. So I hope everybody's maybe had some good luck early in the season, or at least having a great time with family and friends. As I think it's awesome, some of the traditions. But hey, enough about that. Let's talk about football. The coin toss has happened. Looks like Nokomis has won the toss, and they've elected to start right away on offense. Coach Rogers perhaps wanting to make a statement early in this game.
Nokomis has won the toss and elected to receive.
Teams rushed the sideline, and I'm chatting with our athletic director, Simon Elias, before the game. We talked, there is just, even though it was just 7 days ago we were here, there's a different energy today for this playoff game. So you can feel it. I know in talking with some of the players throughout the week, just really excited, feeling really good about their chances today. You know, feeling like it's within their control. If they execute and play their game, they feel confident in their odds. The officiating crew takes the field. Teams getting their final instructions from both coaching staffs. Looks like Madden White, Jeff Carr will go back deep. For Winslow, number 22, Michael McCullough, looks like he'll do the honors, kicking off to start this quarterfinal matchup. Ball's on the tee, and here we go. It's a floater back. Carr's going to come up to grab it, catches it on the fly, stumbles a bit over the 35, and he's gang tackled just shy of the Nokomis 40-yard line. A tackle made by number 42, Bimpson. Nose of the ball looks like it's just shy of the 40-yard line, so the Warriors will have good field position for their first offensive series. Grady Harsgrove, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun. Bowden in motion. Harsgrove trying to flip it out to the left flat to Aaron Moores. Falls short, 2nd and 10.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Aaron Moores.
Sophomore Landon Rowell will get the start in the running back slot, filling in for the injured senior Morin. Rowell with a handoff, gets a seam off the right, he breaks through. It's a big first down run for the sophomore. Give him 16 on the carry. Great hole by that Warrior offensive line, just blew open the right side of the line, and Rowell burst through for a huge first down run. Nokomis inside Black Raider territory. Rowell again on the run. There's a flag on the play. I was going to say it's in the vicinity usually where that's some sort of offensive holding, and it is. So the ball will get pushed back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Holding on Nokomis.
Looks like the foul happened a couple of yards past the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be first and about 19. Actually make it just about 20. So those are, in football, those are the keys. Turnovers and penalties. Like if you're going to win when you get to playoff time, you can't have the mistakes. Hartsgrove on the keeper, moves to his right. He's dancing through the defenders, just plows over the original line of scrimmage. Great carry on first down. Hartsgrove picks up about 11, should be 2nd and 9.
Carry by Grady.
Actually, I got a few more than that, so it'll be about 2nd and 6. Nice carry. It was Madden White. Thank you.
Madden on the carry? Carry?
Yeah, I thought it was Hartsgrove on the keeper, but our AD, Mr. Elias, he's Johnny on the spot over there. I'm gonna trust him. Hartsgrove throws it out to White, out in the flat. Ball's incomplete. That play probably was going to end up being a completion for a loss anyway if he was able to hold on to it. So it'll be 3rd and make it a long 6.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Madden White. Broken up by number 22, Michael McCullough.
Hartsgrove's first couple pass attempts out wide left, not really north and south down the field, and I think those are really set up plays because we know Hartsgrove can air it out. I think they're trying to see if we have like a little hitch and go route. Catch Winslow biting on it. Bowden goes in motion to the left. Low snaps picked up by Hartsgrove. He rolls to his left, sidearms it. Nice catch by Aaron Moores. The senior really has come on this season. That should be enough for a first down. Great grab, catch and throw by the senior combo, Hartsgrove to Moores.
Pass is complete from Hartsgrove to Aaron Moores. First down.
With that completion, Warriors push the ball to the 34-yard line of Winslow. Great opening drive for Nokomis. Warriors looking to play with a little bit of pace. The official dropped the ball, and the offensive group was ready to go. Flipped out wide to Bowden. Bowden has to evade one tackler. Nice block by number 84. Bowden's just dragging number 6. Zach King with him, and another big gain for Nokomis. Should be a gain of about 20 on the first down pass and catch, and Bowden, that's all after catch yardage.
Completion to number 20, Seth Bowden. Gain of 20 on the play. First down.
Ball spotted inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Nokomis. And I like Coach Rogers' plan of attack to play with a bit of hurry. It's not a total hurry up, but they're playing with some pace. Hand off to Oakley. He swings it out to left, and he's into the end zone for the Nokomis touchdown. Oakley, 9 yards into the end zone for the first score of the game.
9-yard touchdown by Oakley.
An impressive opening drive by this Nokomis team. Great balance, run, pass attack. Gets the Warriors into the end zone first.
Wow.
Great drive. Great.
Simon, who's 84 for us? See if we...
Is he not on there? I think Jacob Cody.
Is it Jacob Cody? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was Jacob Cody. It looked like him, but with the helmets on, it's really tough to tell. Oh, high snap. Hartsgrove picks it up, rolls to his right. He's trying to make something happen to try to make the conversion. Dances, and he's just going to float it up to see if somebody can grab it. Great effort by Grady Hartsgrove to at least make a stab at that busted play. So the initial plan was to have a point after kick. When that fell apart, we turned it into a 2-point conversion attempt and just couldn't get the grab. But give Hartsgrove credit for some creativity. 6-0, Nokomis.
Attempt is no good.
If you are watching at home and you have the ability to split screen and you're interested in field hockey, I think if you go to Belfast school website, they're also live streaming the field hockey game. Matt Brown promised he would text me updates. Of course, our broadcast director's daughter, Natalie, a junior on that team, and understandably, he wanted to go watch his daughter play versus stay and film the game. But we're in great hands with senior Jared Lennon. I don't know. Maybe Matt Brown. Careful. Might watch this broadcast. Might get some fan commentary on Jared's camera action. We could have a broadcast director controversy. Kickoff's always interesting for Nokomis, and really just not having that pure kickoff person. Hartsgrove a little exasperated with himself, trying to bounce it up. It almost looks like an onside, and I'm not even sure if maybe they're just saying, hey, let's see if we could get one, because they really just don't seem to have anybody that can push the ball deep. So the ball's down at the 46-yard line, so great field position for Nokomis. This is a piece, not sure if we could pull in a soccer player, maybe who's turn in their soccer uniform if we advance, but it really is an Achilles heel, because the net result is the other team is really only having to play like a half field all the time. Winslow, a really tight formation. Inside handoff, goes off to the right, finds a seam. It's Liam Fortin on the carry. Nice first down run.
Winslow carry by number 14, Liam Fortin.
Looks like he's going to be just shy of the first down. Carry of 9. And this happened early against John Bapps. John Bapps opened their first offensive series with 2 runs. Each run went for about 12 yards. And after that, great defensive adjustments and really closed the door on that. Let's see if Warriors can do the same today on the Black Raiders. Handoff again to Fortin. White reaches in and hauls him backwards. Also number 56 for Nokomis, Linwood Grover with the initial contact.
Fortin again on the carry. Tackled by White.
The care was it was a good defensive stop, but Fortin able to pick up the couple of yards he needed to get a first down. So Winslow inside Nokomis territory, 1st and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Little pitch toss to the fullback, number 33, Matt Quarian. And he, too, kind of a mob of people right around the 35-yard line.
Carry by Matt Quarian for the Black Raiders. Gain of 9 on the play.
So another strong first down run leaves Winslow 2nd and short. Jared Newgard, the senior quarterback for the Black Raiders, will come under center. Oh, nice job by Newgard. Fumbled, kind of a miscue on the snap. And Noah Holden just pounces on the back. No gain on the play. Nice 2nd down stop.
Stuffed in the hole by number 51, Noah Holden for Nokomis.
Newgard, the quarterback for Winslow, nice job picking up. We've seen both sides of the ball. The senior quarterback's doing a nice job with some miscues on the handoff. Again, that little kind of pop pitch to Quarian, and Quarian finds a big hole. He's going to gain about 15 on 3rd and short to put the Black Raiders just inside the red zone. Their first possession. They were able to make their way down to the field. Down the field, not down to the field. They're already on the field. Quarian dives off the left side of the line, and he surges forward again. Winslow having great success with their run game. Gain of about 7 on the first down.
Carry by Liam Fortin. Gain of 7 on the play.
Again.
Quarian, big rugged back, able to get a first down for his Black Raiders.
Carry by Quarian for the Black Raiders. First down, first and goal.
First and goal, ball inside the 5-yard line. Quarian's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he may be dropped for a loss. Nice play by the Warrior line. Grover with a big hit.
Quarian on the carry. Tackled by Linwood Grover for Nokomis.
When you get at this area of the field, it's not a huge loss, but every few inches you push that ball back. Makes a difference. Winslow exclusively run so far. Let's see if they mix it up at all. If Coach Littlefield decides to catch Nokomis off. They do have a receiver out wide to the right. Inside handoff again, and that's close. And it is a touchdown. Winslow punches it in from the 5-yard line to tie this game 6 apiece.
Touchdown, Winslow.
With their extra point attempt, Black Raiders could take the lead. I think the misdirection on the handoff fooled the press box. We didn't catch who scored the touchdown for Winslow. It was a great play. Our PA announcer Don Thorndike said it doesn't take much. I'm going to say no. It was a tricky play. It was the play. The extra point's good, so each team with an opening drive put it in the end zone, but with the extra point attempt, Winslow takes a 1-point lead in this quarterfinal playoff matchup.
Kick is up and good by number 22, Michael McCullough.
Got an update on the field hockey game, and it sounds like Nokomis may be finding themselves in the hole early, giving up a couple of quick goals. So we'll see how they can rally back. The only good news when you find yourself down 2-0 is when it's early in the game, you still got a lot of game to play. Field hockey scoring can happen quickly. McCullough kicks the ball away. It's a line drive right at Carr. Catches it on the move. Nice open field tackle by Fortin. Carr tackled the 34-yard line. Nokomis will have their second offensive series.
Jeffrey Carr on the return for Nokomis. Tackled by number 14, Liam Fortin. Nokomis will take over at their own 33-yard line.
Answer.
Bowden in motion. Hartsgrove back to pass. Hartsgrove's going to air it out for White. White run. Oh, nice effort by Madden White. Broken up by McCullough.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Madden White. Broken up by number 22, Michael McCullough.
Boy, I tell you, Madden White just showing his prowess as an athlete. Like, if the ball's up in the air, he's gonna make a play on it. I like the odds. I run that play all day, every day. Rowell with a handoff, fades the first tackle, But he's met by a couple of Black Raiders right at the 35-yard line. He'll be stopped, but not before he picks up 3, so it'll be 3rd and 7.
Rowell on the carry, gain of 3 on the play. Tackled by Gavin Chambers.
Now I'm feeling like you jinxed me. Did I say Logan Rowell? Or did I just say Rowell? It's Landon. I never would have messed it up unless you messed it up last week.
I know. But he never played football, so I wanted him to feel good.
I know. Yeah, it's true. He didn't even play football. Nowhere to go for Grady Hartsgrove, and he's going to be sacked by a crowd of Black Raiders. It's going to be 4th and very long for Nokomis.
Hartsgrove is sacked on the play, brings up 4th down.
So on the second offensive series, Winslow defensively makes a 3-and-out stop. Bowden will punt for Nokomis. Nice snap, kick is away. Nice boot by Bowden. He gets a great bounce, kicked it right towards the sideline. Oh, it's like that Price game on Price is Right. The little mountain man keeps moving up. The official on the side. I thought that ball hit inbounds right in front of the 40 and maybe get the benefit, but still not a bad, punt. No return on it, but Winslow again, decent field position at their own 42-yard line. Nokomis really didn't have an answer for the Winslow run game in that first series. Let's see what adjustments the defense will make. First touchdown drive exclusively on the ground. New guard under center. Little misdirection handoff. White's gonna make the tackle. It looks like number 4, Garcia, with a strong run. 9 on the carry.
By number 4, Pedro Garcia. Tackled by Madden White, 2nd down and 1.
Little misdirection. The initial handoff was to Chambers, and then he pitched it to the crossing Garcia. Pitch goes to Fortin. Fortin comes to the left, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Again, the Winslow side kind of yelling. I agree, it maybe looked like a hand coming across the face mask.
Garcia again on the carry. Taken down by White for no gain, 3rd and 1.
Third and a short yard. Ball just over midfield. Oh, Nokomis steps. I saw which number it was, but I'm not saying it on the broadcast. Yeah, Nokomis lineman steps into the neutral zone, so the 5-yard penalty will give Winslow the automatic first down. Or we'll earn them. It's not an automatic first down encroachment, but with the 3rd and short, it'll result in a first down. Little pitch to Curian. Oh, Madden White. Nice open field tackle. If it wasn't for White, Curian was on his way to the end zone. So a first down run of about 15. And Winslow just gobbling up yards on the ground.
By number 33, Matt Quirian. White on the tackle. First down.
Pitch to Garcia, heads to the left, but then cuts back through the middle. Picks up 2 or 3 as he dives through a crowd of players right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be, it's pretty good. It's probably the smallest first down run Winslow has had. We'll see what Nokomis can do with this. Feels like they found themselves in, not great down and distant situations defensively.
Tackled by Kenton Snowman for Nokomis.
See if we can put together kind of 2 stops here and really push to see what Winslow can do when they get in a 3rd and long situation. Maybe push them out of their comfort zone. New guard under center. That's a great run by Fortin. Nearly hit at the line of scrimmage and just slices to his right and hops through. Looked like it was going to be no gain, but he picks up about 6, where again it's 3rd and just about a yard.
Liam Fortin on the carry for Winslow. 3rd and short.
Both Fortin and Quarian agile, like big backs. New guard on the keeper, and the Black Raider line surges forward. That looks like it'll be a 1st down.
Quarterback sneak by number 12, Jared Newgard, for a 1st down.
With that 1st down by Winslow, it'll end the 1st quarter. 7-6, Black Raiders on top, looking to add to their 1-point advantage.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score on the Winslow Black Raiders 7 and the Nokomis Warriors 6.
After the quarter break, teams will switch ends of the field. So Nokomis has got to start coming up with some answers to this run game. And Winslow yet to throw a pass, and why should they? They've had success. Also with that run game, it's going to make this a short game. And so sometimes you got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to find yourself getting down, more than 1 score, because if they're able to control the time of possession like that, it's going to limit the opportunities you have on the offensive side of the ball. Here comes Quarian to his right, trying to cut back to his left, and he's wrapped up. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Matt Quarian on the carry.
Warriors starting to make some inroads and shortening up some of these run plays. But they've got to start putting together 2 or 3, 4 at a time, and still can't give up 4 or 5 yards a pop. Callaway on the stop.
Sean Callaway on the tackle for Nokomis. 2nd down and 6.
Fortin lines up wide left. Quarian in the backfield with Garcia. Handoff to Garcia. He's met right at the, oh no, I missed, Winslow is deceptive because I've bid on it twice now. The handoff went to Quarian, and Quarian is going to be close to another 1st down. It'll be 3rd and short, just about a yard. I think the Warriors bid on that too. I think they thought they had Garcia stopped for just a short loss.
I think it went as a forward pass too. I think you know what I mean?
Little pitch, yeah.
He pitched it forward. Yeah.
surge at the line, but it looks like they got just enough for a first down, so it'll be first and goal. Ball spotted just outside the 5-yard line. Black Raiders knocking on the door again. Newgard and Garcia, I think, didn't want to commit to the handoff. It looked like they both were holding on to the ball as they kind of went just left of center. Gain of about 1, second and goal.
Gain of 1 by Garcia. Second and goal from the 4.
Aquarian hits the hole where they had just a full load of steam going north and south, and no way Nokomis was stopping that. Winslow, 2 offensive possessions and 2 touchdowns.
4-yard touchdown by Matt Quirian.
Upright skims the goalpost, the upright, but it's on the inside and flies through. 14-6, Black Raiders. An update from Belfast. The Nokomis field hockey team has cut that 2-0 deficit in half. It's 2-1 off an Ava Lovely goal, so the Warriors are not going to go away quietly in their semifinal contest this afternoon.
McCullough, extra point is good. Winslow 14, Nokomis 6.
I think with the two playoff games at a time, we in a little bit demand for an administrator at the game, so we deputized Dean and Lisa Neal are going to the game, and we asked them if they'd be the administrator and the representative for Nokomis, and they happily took on that charge. Of course, also have Matt and Angela Brown there, so we get a great contingency. But I did hear an insider, also our guidance counselor, Leilani Sierra, Nokomis alum and Nokomis field hockey alum, said she thought she could handle the crowd too. Hopefully she just doesn't want to run on the field and relive her glory days. Kickoff again to Carr. Carr this time tries to cut through the middle of the field. He's hit at the 30-yard line and spun down. Nice return by the freshman. Stopped made by 28 Kelly and 25 Loftus. 60 in on it too. Weingard. Or Wiegand. It's an N, not an R. Come on, Mary. Read the roster.
Deputy Carr on the return for Nokomis. Brings up first and down from their own 32-yard line.
Just under 9 to go, second quarter, and again with that, talked about that time of possession and Winslow's run game. I think this is a game Nokomis doesn't want to be in a catch-up situation. Let's see if Nokomis 3 and out on their second offensive possession. Had a great opening drive. Let's see if they can get back to that opening drive format. Hartsgrove rolls to his right, flips it out to Bowden, who's wide open. Bowden's going to have a big first down play, and he pushes that over midfield. Caught the ball at about the 35-yard line and nobody in sight, and he runs all the way to the 50-yard line, so a gain of 20 on their first play.
Pass is complete from Hartsgrove to Bowden, gain of 20 and a Nokomis first down.
Boy, it's Seth Bowden, just an exciting young player for Nokomis. It's hard not to, number one, appreciate what he's doing now, but just think about where he's going to go during his time at Nokomis. Rowell, with the handoff, hits the hole hard, but he's met at the line of scrimmage by a wall of white. Number 78, Caden Trask, looks like he was first to meet Rowell. gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1 by Rowell. Tackled by Caden Trask.
Low snapped, handed off. Looks like Bowden got the handoff.
Carry by Bowden.
Nice 2nd down run, gains about 6. It'll be 3rd and 3, a long 3.
Gain of 6 on the play. Taken down by Gavin Chambers.
Wouldn't surprise me if we almost see a little RPO action here with Hartsgrove rolling. See if he can catch wide open. If not, just continue. Bowden in motion. Oh, nice grab by Bowden. Oh, and just a slick turf. Made a great catch. Ball slicing away from him. And he was open and going to get the first down, but just as he planted to kind of turn up field, his cleats skid out from under him.
Pass was complete.
Gets about half the yardage needed for a first down, so it'll be 4th and 2. And I've got to believe with this contest, Coach Rogers going to go for it here. Hartsgrove looking at the sideline. I think Coach Rogers says, let's take a timeout and talk it over.
Timeout, Nokomis.
6.5 to go, 2nd quarter. Nokomis trying to answer Winslow's second touchdown drive. Black Raiders have had consecutive touchdowns off all run. The Warriors starting to find some open players. Bowden's had a couple of really nice plays where he's been wide open.
But he's a good basketball player, too.
Jared, if we're posting the score on there, I think someone texted me, said we've got the score backwards. Is it like a home away? Is there a way we can check that out? So, yeah, it should be Winslow 14 and Nokomis 6. I like the optimistic thinking. I wish that was the score. I think, our senior Jared Lennon, I think he was just doing that to not make Matt Brown get jealous of what an incredible job he's doing. So thank you for whoever let us know. So fans watching at home, the score is Winslow 14, Nokomis 6. I think we've got that fixed up. So a big 4th down play. Hartsgrove fumbles the snap, and that play is going to go over on downs. I think Hartsgrove knew he had it, and he just started to look away. It was a great snap right into his hands, and I think he just started to make his move before he secured the ball. So it'll go over on downs to Winslow.
Hartsgrove taken down. Winslow will take over, 1st down, near midfield.
Warrior drive stalls out on the miscue. Winslow with 6:20 in the half, looking to add on. Black Raiders feeling confident as they've yet to be stopped on the ground. Really a pretty clean game, not many penalties. I think Nokomis had the 1 holding penalty. It didn't end up costing them as they ended up scoring on that drive. No, I'll take it back. They had the encroachment that cost the first down. So 1st down run is going to be a gain of about 4. Looks like Quirian, the junior fullback.
Quirian on the carry. Gain of 3 on the play.
Little pop pitch to Garcia. He moves with speed to the left and dives towards the 1st down marker. And it will be a 1st down, just shy of the Nokomis 40-yard line.
Garcia on the carry for the Black Raiders. Close to a 1st down. And it is a first down.
Not skills.
Winslow with that consistent formation has been a successful plan of attack to this point in the game. Finally, Nokomis has an answer, and they're, hopefully maybe a sign Nokomis starting to figure out this Winslow plan of attack. No gain on the play. I think that's just what Coach Rogers is looking for, to just stop giving up those big first down games.
Taken down by Grover and Holden for the Warriors.
Again, another key player for Nokomis on the bench. Number 1, Oakley. He's a key player on both sides of the ball. I know he's had some nagging injuries. Newgard rolls to his right. Wide open receiver. 22, Michael McCullough is all by himself. The senior quarterback just floats it long.
Pass is incomplete.
So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Newgard.
Opportunity for Nokomis here to make a defensive stop.
3rd down.
I think that's just what, just what you want to do as a coach. You want to put it, flip that down a distance, so teams have to maybe get out of their comfort zone and try something different. Ooh, Newgard takes a direct snap and runs, and Aaron Morris just flattens him, but not after Newgard picks up 5, so it'll be 4th and 5. Ball spotted at the Nokomis 36-yard line.
Newgard on the carry. Hit by Aaron Morris, brings up 4th and 5.
My guess would be that Coach Littlefield says we've had a pretty successful running game this half. Well, we're going for it. This down and distance.
33.
Maybe trying to get Nokomis to pitch, comes to number 33. He's hit at the line, but not stopped. Spinning towards that first down marker, and I think he's going to be just. Boy, it's going to be close. That last little spin by Matt Quarian made it interesting. Huge play, and they're going to say, let's stop the clock
Official timeout for
and let's measure. Boy, I think it's going to be just short. It's going to be close. It's close. It's going to be like a sheet of paper. One's either just shy or just over the first down marker. I think I didn't get the Nokomis number, but Quarian was hit right around the line of scrimmage, and he just spun and powered his way away.
If those lines a little thinner,
As they stretch, and it's going to be short. Nokomis with a huge defensive stop. 3:30 to go in the first half, and the Warriors potential opportunity to maybe get some momentum going into halftime, but a big defensive stop for the Warriors to slow this Black Raider ground game down. At half, the field hockey game in Belfast, the score is still 2-1. Ava Lovely, with the first goal of the game for Nokomis, cuts their lead or their deficit down. So they still have a half to play. Sounds like it'll be an exciting finish. White with the direct snap surges to the right side of the field. He's going to pick up a couple. And it sounds like maybe the ball came out at the end. We'll see what the officials determine if he was already down. And it looks like they're saying he was down.
Direct snap to Madden White.
White gains about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock running. Just outside of 3 minutes to go first half. Ball on the Warrior 36-yard line. Hartsgrove rolls to his left, flips it out to Aaron Moores. Moores with the catch. He stopped close to the first down marker.
Pass complete from Hartsgrove to Aaron Moores.
Looks like it'll be spotted just shy of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and short.
Tackled by Garcia and Chambers for Winslow.
And the official signals, first down.
Now for a first down.
.220, first half. Warriors down 14-6. Opportunity to potentially tie the game heading into halftime would be a huge momentum swing. And I think Nokomis wants to get points out of this drive, because although they won the toss and opened with a touchdown drive, it does mean Winslow will get it to start the half. Nice catch by Jacob Cody.
Pass complete.
Hartsgrove just kept rolling to his right, kind of keeping some space for himself, and found Cody.
Hartsgrove to Jacob Cody. For the
right at the 47-yard line on the Winslow half of the field. Inside 2. Warriors hustle to the line. Quick flip out to the left. I think that may have been Bowden on the reception. He's pushed out of bounds, no gain on the play. Timeout Nokomis.
Pass complete to Bowden, no gain on the play. Timeout Nokomis.
Smells good today.
Moore in motion. Hartsgrove rolls to his right, looks back to his left. He's got a trio of Black Raiders pursuing him. He lets one loose. White is there and makes the grab. What a huge play by Madden White. Catches the ball right at the 9-yard line. A huge gain for Nokomis.
Incredible catch by Madden White.
And what a fire by Grady Hartsgrove. He did not float that. He just drilled it down to the 10-yard line, and what a grab. And just like that, Nokomis in the red zone. Minute 25, plenty of time for Nokomis. Low snap, Hartsgrove picks it up. He's got pressure all over, and it's intercepted. Oh, Hartsgrove was pressured, and great defensive play by Gavin Chambers. Just slides in front of Aaron Moores and rips the ball away from him.
By number 5.
And what a defensive play by Winslow right before half, as Nokomis is looking to tie this game up. Oh, and that takes the wind out of your sails. You're just feeling it. That was a heck of a defensive play. For a right-handed quarterback moving to your left and trying to pass, it's a difficult throw coming across your body. I think Hartsgrove just didn't get quite what he wanted on it. It was a bit behind Moore, and Chambers makes him pay. Garcia with a big hole. He's got some space, and White just ropes him down at the 30, but it's a 25-yard run on first down to get the Raiders with the interception. Were backed up to their own goal line, and Garcia with a huge run.
Carried by number 4, Pedro Garcia for a Winslow first down.
So Winslow not looking to just run the clock out there. Just like, let's open it up. Looks like Black Raiders may pass, at least a pass formation, but the snap goes to Fortin. Fortin scampers to the left, the speedy freshman. Close to a first down on that run. The formation with the trip receivers to the right. Looked like maybe Winslow would try to air it out, but they stay with a ground game, and it is a first down. Black Raiders push near midfield with 42 seconds to go. Ball spotted at their own 44-yard line. No, perhaps Winslow, maybe they'll push it too much. Maybe a bit of a mistake. Fortin rolls to his right. Again, big first down gain. Timeout Winslow is with that carry. They move into Nokomis territory. It'll be a first down at the Nokomis 47-yard line. 32.8 seconds to go.
Fortin on the carry for the Black Raiders. Gain of about 9.
Yeah. Second and short, Winslow. Garcia pushes over the 45-yard line, so it'll be a first down. Winslow with the quick timeout. 27.8 seconds. Winslow should just have one timeout remaining. So it'll be interesting to see what Winslow does, because I don't think, unless it's a huge run, that they're going to be able to get after that next timeout. Just be a couple of plays. See if they do go to the air game. Might say, hey, I haven't seen the Nokomis cheerleaders. That's because they're at their cheerleading competition. So a busy day for Warrior Athletics. Orla Murphy at the state cross country meet. She qualified, so hopefully she's putting in a great run today. Cheerleaders, I know Coach Carrie Corson has just done a great job really building the energy, the enthusiasm, and the competitiveness. So I know a group of many of those fall cheerleaders cheer in the winter, and I know they're looking forward to that season too. Hand off to Quarian. He starts up the middle and heads trying to get to the sideline. And I think he is going to be pushed out of bounds. That's a heads-up play by the junior. Recognize it really wasn't anywhere to go, and so instead of squandering that last time out, hustles out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Quarian on the carry for no gain.
I tell you, that's invaluable when you get high school athletes that understand time and score. I watch many sports. I think people know I love sports. I love being a student of the game, whatever the game is. And all sports have a time and score factor, and Quarian just showed he gets it. Fortin with a big run and gets out of bounds. But there is a flag on the play, and it's in that vicinity. You usually get an offensive holding call. So the clock creeps down to 12.4. That could be a huge penalty for Winslow. And it is holding on Winslow because otherwise they had the ball out of bounds at about the 30-yard line with 12 seconds and a timeout in their pocket. But that's, really going to end up being almost a 10, 25-yard penalty because they would have had the ball at the 30. So instead they pushed back onto their own side of the field to just inside the 45-yard line. So it'll be second down, and they've got to get all the way to the 35-yard line of Nokomis. Wow, and finally pretty definitive stop there as Fortin's just bounced down to the ground. And the horn sounds, so Nokomis dodges, kind of had just a miscue that cost them the turnover right inside the 10-yard line, but they're able to stop a late surge by Winslow to keep this a 14-6 score, and we'll head to the halftime break and return for second half action in just a few moments.
That's half. Score, Winslow 14, Nokomis 6. Nokomis football would like to give a special thanks to Varney's and Hartley's for providing the team with some dinners. Thank you very much.
Yeah. We back rolling yet? We on? Okay, good. We're on. Sorry. Gotta check, see if we're on before I start babbling. So I just kind of chatting at halftime with our PA announcers. One of our staff members, Don Thorndike, just said, we gotta get a stop here. I think Warriors are late to return from their halftime conference with Coach Rogers, and I'm wondering if he was given a fiery speech, and I think this will be a key moment here for Nokomis to make a stand early and see if they can slow down this run attack by Winslow. A 14-6 score. Black Raiders on top by 8. Hartsgrove with a nice little line drive kick. Oh, and a fortunate slip. Miscue. It happened to Seth Bowden, who would have had a big gain earlier in the game, but Davian Costigan feels the ball just about at the 30-yard line. Nice kickoff by Hartsgrove, and he plants and turns to head upfield, and his feet slide out from under him, and this is not pro football. You cannot get back up and keep on going.
Costigan on the return for Winslow.
Although, speaking of pro football, you'd say starting at the 32-yard line is probably not awesome field position, but this is the best field position Nokomis has been able to push Winslow back into, other than when the Black Raiders intercepted the ball. So kind of a double handoff and nice read. Chambers goes nowhere. That was a heck of a read by Noah Holden.
Gavin Chambers on the carry, taken down by Noah Holden on the play. No gain.
Just an update on the field hockey game. They are just underway in the fourth quarter, and it sounds like Belfast trying to make a stand or a statement, and they've put a third goal on the board. So Warriors down 3-1, and they've got to get it rolling. Clock starting to tick on them. Pitch to Garcia. He makes it to the 40-yard line. It'll be third and about 1. I feel like I've said that every drive. 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 on the play by Garcia.
I don't think you need to know much more than that. If you're in 3rd and 1 a lot, then you're probably getting a lot of first downs. But this, with the ball still on the Winslow side of the field, an opportunity, see if Nokomis can shut down this 3rd down attempt. Maybe force Winslow to attempt their first punt. A good contact at the line of scrimmage, but Garcia is able to hurdle over that line, and that should be enough for a first down. And the official signals it.
Winslow.
Bob and Simon make a better door than a window for Kylie down there.
Uh-oh, this is, but there's a flag coming back, and Matt Quarian just made a 57-yard run into the end zone, but I think it's coming all the way back.
Flag on the play.
Winslow's had a couple of huge holding plays that have negated,
Against Winslow.
earlier, just before halftime, negated a huge first down gain of about 25. And then this is going to take a touchdown off the board for Winslow. Quarian says, give it to me again, I'll do it again, but no luck, but he still picks up about 4, where it'll be 2nd and about 17, or excuse me, first down holding penalty happened beyond, so it was really only about a 2 or 3 yard penalty, so he picks up about 4, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Quarian on the carry again, brings up 2nd down and 6.
And this is where I see if the Warriors can kind of keep this to a no or very short gain. So it's not just a 3rd and short.
Yep.
And there, maybe I should have just asked for it sooner. Because just like that, that Warrior line steps up. Grover right in the middle. Keeps that run to just about a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
Grover on the tackle for Nokomis.
Excuse me.
Along with Fred Allen. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Ball just shy of midfield. Warriors, Holden and Noah Holden, Madden White all over that play and push the ball carrier just backwards. No gain on the play. He was met right at the, well, I guess a pretty generous spot. Give him a yard.
Nokomis brings up 4th down.
So ball's right at the 50. 4th down, about 3 to go. You'd think with the lead, this would probably be a punt, but I'm not so sure they're going to punt. I think this is playoff football. They're going to go for it. So just again, we could see maybe they're trying to get Nokomis to jump. I think this is, let's see if we could get Nokomis to jump. No, they snap the play. Fortin dances to the right, and he's got what a gutsy call. And it's a first down, 4th and 3.
Liam Fortin on the carry. First down, Winslow.
Coach Wes Littlefield, confidence in his run game. And his team proves him right. 1st and 10, Winslow. Ball at the Nokomis 44-yard line. Pitch to Garcia to the left. Say the majority of Winslow's runs have been to the left. They like the left side of their line. Again, another strong first down run. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Pedro Garcia on the carry. Gain of 7.
Said Winslow just really controlling time of possession. Just seems like the third quarter started, but we're already at 6:45 to go. And with a touchdown here and a 2-score lead, this could be enough. Like, really, you hate, still a lot of football left to go, but with the possession time that Winslow is holding on to the ball, I'm not sure how many more times Nokomis is going to get the football.
Fortin on the carry for Winslow. Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 2.
So a short gain on the play, 3rd and 2. Warriors starting to get some stops. They've got to get more than one in a drive. Pitch to Aquarian. He comes to the right, cuts back through the middle, and it will be a first down. And he just refuses to go down. He's a tough, hard running back.
First down run by Aquarian.
Kyrian.
Kyrian. The crowd yelled. Thanks for the...
Thank him.
Yeah. Next time you can thank him. Garcia moves to the left. Looks like we've got about 3 minutes to go at Belfast.
About 6.
And the Belfast Lions in the driver's seat, 3-1. The injuries, Nokomis suffered just some key injuries, and now I see Bowden on the training table. So I think you've had Isaiah Morin out. Oh. What a play. Number 56, Linwood Grover had Kyrian in his grasp for a no gain, and he just powers out of it and ends up picking up.
Matt Kyrian on the carry.
I'll just mispronounce all the names.
Can't be spiteful.
No,
we can't get a penalty flag on the press box.
hell, if anybody could, I could.
We always appreciate when people correct us when we make a mistake. You just don't need to rub it in. Garcia, some tough sledding through the middle of the line. Looks like it's, again, very close to a first down, and the official signals first down. Ball at the 21-yard line. Just inside 4 minutes. Just this opening drive for Winslow just consuming the third quarter. And a gutsy call by Coach Wes Littlefield with the ball at midfield, 4th and 3, went for it, and they were able to convert to keep this alive. Garcia pushed back, and I was going to say, just too many key injuries for Nokomis, and I think that's hurting them a bit as Bowden's kind of hobbling. Morin's out. Dawson Townsend has been out. And now Oakley out.
Simon Chadbourne.
So 3 key starters for Nokomis. 2nd and 7. Kirian out to the right. Nice cut move. White thought he had him wrapped up, and Kirian just jump cut to his right and dodged Madden White. What looked like it might be a loss on the play ends up being a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 4 to go.
Gain of 4 by Kirian.
Did get a final in on the field hockey game, and the Warriors fall short this afternoon as Belfast on their home field take a 3-1 win over the Warriors to head into the regional final next week. A great season by the field hockey team to get to the semifinal round. They're disappointed with the outcome. They had played Belfast twice tough during the year and felt like this was going to be their game today. Congratulations to the team and Coach Saucier and Guy on a good season. Warriors stopped the run for a short gain, so it's 4th and 1.
It's up 4th and short.
Minute 40 to go. You know, for Winslow, can they convert twice on 4th down? Newgard under center, and the line surges forward, and that's going to be plenty for a 1st down. The ball will be inside the 10. 1st and goal to go, Black Raiders, as we near the 1-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. This drive taking up the entire quarter.
Newgard on the keeper. Winslow, 1st down. 1st and goal, just inside the 10. Garcia wrapped up by Noah Holden.
Holden with a nice stop on the play. Garcia picks up a couple. Ball just outside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. And if Winslow doesn't score on this drive will take longer. I don't know if I've ever seen a drive that takes a whole quarter.
Me neither.
That's really the story of this game, and Quarian's going to push into the end zone with 4.9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Winslow tacks on their 3rd touchdown of the game. Kirian. Sorry, we had a Winslow fan. They got a great fan over there who's just leading a lot of cheers, and he just bellowed across the field. We've been kind of using the Q sound instead of the hard Q sound as Kirian. So apologize to Matt Kirian and kind of his friends and family watching. But I think probably his effort today takes the sting out of our mispronunciation because he's had a fantastic game. The extra point is through the uprights. 21-6, Winslow. That's crazy. I have never seen a drive take that long.
Everyone went 3rd and short, 3rd and short,
yeah.
3rd and short.
Just the Winslow run game has just been dominating this contest this afternoon, and Nokomis is really they've got to get a quick score, and then they need to get an answer for this run attack. I don't know. I think just seeing Aaron Moore is kind of scooching down on the field. I think it's starting to take a toll. That line play is just starting to take a toll. That was an impressive drive by Winslow. Converted 2 4th downs. Got backed up off a big penalty that took a touchdown off the board early in this drive. If I would have known then what I know now, can we just decline the penalty and save 10 minutes? Kickoff again right to Carr. Carr bobbles it, scoops it up. He's able to dodge the first two tacklers, but then he's just lifted right off his feet and dropped at the 25-yard line. So nice kickoff coverage by Winslow. Carr doing a nice job. He took a big hit, but he bounces right back up.
Carr on the return for Nokomis.
So let's see what Tom Grady. Let's hope he's not playing like who the little nickname's after. I love Grady Hartsgrove, just his composure out there. He is just as calm and collected, poised. As the horn sounds, Raul gets the handoff. He dodges the first tackler, but then he's stopped after a gain of 2, and that horn sounds. And Nokomis only able to run one play in the third quarter. One play. That's incredible. Winslow's opening second half drive, just an incredible performance. I know Warrior Faithful probably like, geez, Mary, come on, enough about how great that was, but that's really something unusual that we all just saw. Unfortunately, it wasn't in our favor. But still, I feel like if you love sports, you got to give credit where credit's due, and that was an impressive drive. But now Nokomis, with their opportunity, let's see what our Warriors can do.
This might be the fastest game I've ever done.
Yeah, just point. We talked about the game time. It's be a quick game. I think if Winslow hadn't used up some of their timeouts and purposely kind of ran the ball out of bounds at the end of the half, that probably tacked on another, on 10 minutes that we wouldn't have had. But usually it's 2:30 and an hour and a half. You usually just get into halftime, not early in the fourth quarter. Teams switch ends, and here we go for the final 12 minutes of regulation. Hartsgrove rolls to his left. He continues to run. Hartsgrove's going to keep it. And he's pushed out of bounds just about where the down marker is. The line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and about 8.
Hartsgrove taken out of bounds. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Warriors.
Defensively, Winslow's done a great job just closing off. Earlier, the Hartsgrove were finding receivers open in that 4 to 5 yard kind of dump off range from the line of scrimmage. Ooh, Hartsgrove slings one to Madden White, who catches it, but he's popped right at the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down, and I gotta believe there's no doubt in Coach Rogers' mind what we're doing as Warriors rush to the line to see if they can catch Winslow off balance. They try. Hartsgrove stays on his feet, comes out of the pack. He's in the open field. And I don't think he's got the foot speed to outrun Fortin, but what a play by Grady Hartsgrove. Looked like that was stuffed short right at the 35-yard line, and Hartsgrove, after 2 or 3 seconds kind of mob at the line, just bursts out for about 25. A big 4th down conversion for Nokomis. Give him 30 on the 4th and short. What a play by Hartsgrove. Allen on the carry. A hard-nosed senior. Nice game, but there's a late flag on the play. It almost looks like I saw a face mask signal, so we could be adding on to this.
Penalty against the Black Raiders.
Allen picked up 6 on the carry, and they're going to walk off another 5. And should be an automatic 1st down on the face mask. It's a 5-yard variety. Is it an automatic 1st down on the 5-yard? No. Thank you. But I think with the 5 onto the run, and it'll be enough for a 1st down. I think down markers need to get their act together. I don't think they realized it was a first down. Hartsgrove on the carry. Hartsgrove cuts back to his right. He's just going to use his length to surge inside the 25.
Grady Hartsgrove on the carry. Nokomis first down.
Chain gain figured out they missed a memo. The last play, prior play, it was a first down, but or maybe it wasn't. Maybe the person with the down marker. So I'm not. Guess maybe it was a. Hey, whatever. 1st and 10. Let's go Warriors. Allen with the carry. He's met at the line of scrimmage and spun down for no gain. 54 and 55. Parent and McCann on the line.
Allen on the carry for Nokomis, taken down by Nick McCann and Will Parent for the Black Raiders.
I won't say it anymore.
And if I were to tell Coach Rogers yesterday, say, you know, you're going to have the ball, and on your only possession in the second half, you're going to be 9 minutes left to play. Oh, White's open in the end zone. Bobbles just skies to make that catch and hit his hands, but he's hit. And he's slow to give up, and nice to see the sportsmanship there and the respect some of those Black Raiders defenders have for Madden White. Kind of, as White was slow to get up, they went over to check on him and gave him a little pat on the helmet when he popped up.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Madden White. Brings up 3rd down.
Hartsgrove had White. Just tough ball to bring in. Here we go. 3rd and 10. A little slant pass over the middle to White. He breaks the tackle and he's into the end zone. Great play. Hartsgrove to White for a Warrior touchdown. Nice little slant play cut, and White just powered through the tackler to get into the end zone. So this is a big 2-point conversion for Nokomis to keep this to a 1-score game.
I think they should kick, and then it's a one-score game. It's me.
Hartsgrove just trying to try a timing play with White, and Hartsgrove just didn't have the time. White really didn't have a chance to complete his route and turn, so the ball falls incomplete.
2-point attempt is no good.
So costly. Failed conversion as it leaves this at a 2-possession game, and with 9:16 to go. It would be remarkable if Winslow held onto the ball for the remainder of the game to only have 3 possessions and a half. And I think it's really possible, maybe even like nudging towards likely. I don't want that to happen. I'd like to see our defense see if they can just rally.
Cause a turnover, so we'll gain.
Yeah, maybe get a turnover or a costly penalty. You know, I think we need a little bit of something, to happen here. A great drive by Nokomis. Great drive. You know, wonder where that kick game is. We were pondering if maybe the kick attempt to just keep it. But Coach Rogers feeling like we've got some momentum, having some good plays, and just Winslow able to get enough pressure on Hartsgrove. Warriors trying the onside kick. Good effort. Both teams kind of pointing their direction optimistically, but I do believe Winslow has the ball. I hear the official yelling, White has it. So, again, great. I think the only thing that probably is going to prevent Winslow from having a 9-minute drive is that they're starting close to midfield at their 46-yard line.
Covered by number 60, Jackson Wiegand.
See, Warriors here, if they play with a bit of reckless abandon, maybe cause a turnover, pop a ball loose. And here the Warrior sidelines trying to make some noise and urge their teammates on. Handoffs to Kirian, and nice defense. Kirian stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Simon Chadbourne pushing through, create some havoc. It's a point of contact.
Taken down by Simon Chadbourne for Nokomis. Short gain.
It's just what the Warriors needed on first down. Winslow doing a nice job with clock management, utilizing the whole play clock. Kirian hit the backfield, but he keeps driving forward. He's going to be pushed down by Aaron Moores and Jeff Carr.
Winslow carried by Kirian.
I don't think that was Carr. Maybe it was. But Kirian doing a nice job taking a play that looked like it was going nowhere to get a positive gain to make this manageable 3rd and 5. Ball just over midfield into Nokomis territory. Kirian gets the handoff. He breaks through the line, and it looks like he's going to have enough. That forward progress, and the ball came out towards the end, but I think Kirian was already down. I think not like a great spot. Well, maybe they did rule it a fumble, and Winslow got it back, but it looked like Kirian initially, his forward progress surged past the first down, so not quite sure what happened. Maybe that ball did come out at the end, and Winslow covered it up. So the ball spotted back at the 47-yard line. I got to believe that's what happened, because Kirian's initial surge was over the 45-yard line, but keeps Winslow at 4th down. So 4th and 3. Let's see if the Warriors can get a stop here and turn it over on downs. And it looks like Winslow will call a timeout. Black Raiders trying to see if they can get Nokomis to jump like they did earlier in the game, but the Warriors don't bite on that hook. Timeout, and we'll see if Coach Littlefield goes for it again here or says, hey, let's play the field position game and opts for a punt. But then too, still high school, and a punt is a difficult play to execute. I did jinx this last week. We were backed up deep and talked about, it's a different sort of snap. And particularly, Winslow doesn't play out of the shotgun very often. We haven't seen it. I think we've seen 1 or 2 direct snaps. You get a long snap, there's a chance for an issue there, and of course a blocked punt. A muffed punt, so we'll see. We'll see what Coach Littlefield is going to do here. Yeah, you're just kind of saying, like, this really is a pretty key moment in the game. Nokomis has got to get this ball back. Fortin with the direct snap. He's hitting the backfield and going to get pushed out of bounds, but there's a flag on the play. Let's hope that's not on Nokomis.
Flag is down on the play.
Looks like Nokomis had the play stopped. It's flags in a spot where it's usually holding on the offense. I don't like how they're looking at the spot of the play. It's a face mask on Nokomis.
Against Nokomis.
A costly penalty at a really vulnerable time in the game. That penalty is going to give Winslow a huge first down. Exactly 7 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Nokomis down 9, desperately needed to get the ball back, and that looked like that. Nokomis just had an opposite situation where they had the 5-yard variety, but I think when it looks like it's more incidental and there's no twisting or yanking, but the 15-yard penalty tells me they look like it must have been a jerk of a face mask. So Nokomis had that play wrapped up. It was unnecessary. Garcia with the hand, or Chambers with the handoff. And that clock just continues to grind.
Gavin Chambers on the carry.
Warriors just tough break. Looked like they had it. Big hit. Wow.
Garcia met in the hole by Noah Holden.
And David Meekinen on that too. Just could hear the crack up here. Great second down defensive stop. Short gain on the play, and Nokomis calls a timeout. I think if Warriors are going to make a stab here, they've got to get this clock slowed down if they're going to make a late run. So again, going to be a big third down play. You know, obviously I think at this spot in the field and time of the game is definitely 2 down territory, regardless of what happens on this play.
You were right. Penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when I'm right. What you're saying, I said at the start of the broadcast, penalties and turnovers. We've had a couple that have just killed us, you know, just sunk a couple of drives. The first pass of the game out wide. And again, a curious call, as I think there's going to be a loss on the play. The pass is complete to Fortin. But it's a loss of 4 on the play, so it'll be 4th and 10. And I guess maybe Coach Littlefield thinking, hey, we haven't really passed all game, but at this point, not sure the risk-reward factor, at least for me, would have been there on that play. I think Winslow's been successful with the run game. So 4th and 10, here they go. Let's see if they try to get him to jump. Maybe take just a delay of game. Newgard rolls to his right. Nobody's with him. He's going to make a first down run. Just a huge run by Newgard. Newgard kind of fakes the handoff to the left and just flies to the right. And nobody's on that side of the field. Another 4th down conversion, and this one a big one at 4th and 10. It's 2 sets of downs in a row. Nokomis looking like in good position. Had the face mask penalty, and now just a big run play. 4:45 to go in this 4th quarter. Winslow up 9. Another quarterback keeper in the line surges forward for about 7. And time of possession, the story of this game.
6-yard keep by Newgard.
And Winslow, no rush whatsoever. They're just using every second of each play clock that they can. I think the Black Raiders know the victory today is within their grasp, and if they tack on another touchdown, I think it's just not enough time going to be left. As Kirian turns a corner, pushed out of bounds, so at least a bit of good fortune for Nokomis. Last couple of plays by Winslow have gone out of bounds to stop the clock.
Run by Kirian for Winslow, first down.
But it's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. 3:42 to go. And Nokomis has got to find a way to get a goal stand here, a defensive stand. Newgard keeps it, surges the line forward, gets about half the yardage needed to get into the touchdown, into the end zone.
Newgard on the carry, taken down by Holden.
I think the players trying to urge the officials to make the touchdown signal, but they haven't to this point.
By Newgard.
I think it's just going to be just shy of the goal line. Newgard on the keeper, and I can't imagine they're going to do anything but that again. You know, just don't want to add any extra risk of an extra handoff or a chance to bobble. The senior quarterback, Newgard's been shorthanded all game. Nokomis doing a great job pushing back. Hasn't been a signal yet, and the official does signal it's a Winslow touchdown. And Nokomis line doing everything they could to just push back, but Newgard only needed to go about 6 inches, and that's just a tough ask to stop. McCullough will get set to make the point after attempt. Winslow with their 4th touchdown of the game, but I believe they've been 4 for 4.
Kick is no good.
No good, so it's a 27-12 score with 2:03 to go, 2:04 to go in the 4th quarter, and it'll be Nokomis, only Nokomis' second possession coming up here in the second half. So Nokomis needs a wild kind of finish here. They need to get good field position off the kickoff, maybe a couple of big quick strikes, Hartsgrove to White maybe.
2 two-point conversions and a 28-27 walk-off. What we got?
We remain optimistic.
Got him.
Hey, Patriots versus Falcons.
I want to hear it.
I know, not everybody's a Patriots fan.
No. You live in misery as a Vikings fan.
Or a Dolphins fan.
He's got the undefeated season. I got wide right near the end.
It's a solid performance this afternoon by the Winslow Black Raiders. They certainly came in. Coach Wes Littlefield's team had a game plan, and their plan has come off without a hitch this afternoon. McCullough with a nice kick. White slides over and feels it, takes the ball at the 20 and hits the middle of the field hard. Nice run back by Madden White's going to get close to the 45-yard line, so good starting field position with 1:51 to go in the 4th quarter. Nokomis needs some kind of theatrics here to make this interesting, and I love to see her get a quick touchdown and just let's make it interesting, and maybe we get that onside kick. I think Nokomis has taken 1 timeout, so we do have 2 timeouts left. Hartsgrove rolls to his right. Can't find anybody. And underthrows the ball. Trying to connect with Cody. And number 2, Davian Costigan read that all the way. Just pass a bit short, and it's intercepted by Winslow, and the Black Raiders, with 1:45 to go, take over. Just see the air come out on the Nokomis side of the ball. give this Winslow defense credit. Hartsgrove had some time, but just great coverage downfield. He really didn't have, there wasn't anybody open. Trying to make something happen, and it ends up in a turnover. Garcia's met at the line of scrimmage, tackled for no gain. Gage Gross. Linwood Grover in on the tackle. Timeout Nokomis. And Warriors maybe seeing if they could get maybe one more shot at the ball. New guard comes to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Fortin met at the line of the scrimmage. Now Coach Rogers, I think, calls his 3rd and final timeout. So with a minute 33 to go, it's 3rd and a long 10.
Third down and 11.
Nokomis defensive line, 2 really nice plays in a row. I think Winslow also being a bit conservative. Obviously a point in the field. You don't want to have a turnover if you're Winslow and give any kind of hope for any late game theatrics on the Warrior side of the ball. Hand off to Quarian. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. You can just see Holden grabbing onto him, but also trying to rip the ball out. But it's a nice set of 3 defensive stops here. Ball back to about the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th and 9.
Short gain by Quarian brings up 4th down.
Minute 10. And we may see the first punt on the Winslow side of the ball. I think Nokomis has only punted once. Looks like McCullough will do the punting duties as well as kickoff. Clock inside of a minute. Warriors will get one more chance at least on the offensive side of the ball. McCullough's kick kind of shanks it a bit. I think he was purposely trying to go to the sideline to avoid any kind of a run back, but probably wanted to get a little more distance on it. So Nokomis, good field position. They'll start on the Winslow side of the field, the 46-yard line. 41 and a half seconds to go, no timeouts. Down 9, they need 2 score. No, 9 was a touchdown ago. About down 15. Not sure it matters. Still need 2 scores. Hartsgrove back to pass. He's going to air it out for White. Ball's overthrown. White doing a nice job, kind of giving a shove in the back to McCullough to make sure he can't catch it. I don't know, because that have been a defensive pass interference.
Could have been.
I mean, an offensive pass interference. Yeah, I think, ball was probably a little past McCullough by the time White made the play, but We've seen so many fantastic Hartsgrove to White connections. Can we see a couple more? Nice job by Hartsgrove to just dump it at Rowell's feet. That play was going to go nowhere. Winslow all over it. 3rd down.
Pass is incomplete.
30 seconds.
Down and 10.
Regardless of the final outcome today, this will be our final home fall sports event. I'd like to thank all our Warrior parents and family members and alumni and just fans of Nokomis Athletics for supporting all of our fall teams. As Hartsgrove scrambles to try to find some room, kind of spins away, and he's all the way back. He's going to just try to unload it. He just keeps running, try to find somebody. Hartsgrove running out of gas. Finally, throws it over the middle. Nearly, Cody was open, but I think Hartsgrove just ran about 100 yards back and forth. I think just ran out of steam, but you just credit Hartsgrove for keeping the play alive. He almost ran the clock out on it. So we're down to 10 seconds. Pass fell a bit short of Cody. And that's a heck of an effort. I don't care what the situation is. That was a heck of an effort by Hartsgrove. White has got single coverage. Floats over the middle. Skies and catches one. It's going to be a 1st down. Warriors will hustle to the line. 4.1 to go. The clock will wind once the official spots the ball. Nokomis just trying to hustle to get up to the line. The chain gang with some nice hustle gets up. Hartsgrove trying to keep some time. Kind of jump skips, and it's intercepted by McCullough. And McCullough doing the right thing, just takes the knee as the horn sounds. And Nokomis is going to fall short on this one. And Winslow comes away with their just dominating ground attack, really control the time of possession all day long, and will advance to the next round of the playoffs with a 27-12 victory today. Again, as I was saying earlier, just like to thank everybody for their support of Nokomis Athletics. And shout out to our athletic director, Simon Elias, in his first season has just crushed it as our AD out of the gate in the first season. So we'll take a few weeks off for athletics, and then please join us this winter for all of our winter events. And with that, have a great weekend, and go Warriors!